Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Debbie. This is my Crafty Dan, and you're probably wondering what this is, but this is just an old notebook that I decided I was going to repurpose into a little mini art journal. So go back and watch this video. I will link it in the description, and you'll see how I repurposed this. I put a piece of washi tape on here, and I really liked the way that it finished this edge and makes it feel like one piece of paper instead of 3 sheets glued together, because this is really thin paper. You couldn't art journal on it like this. So I am going to do the same thing. I'm going to cut myself just a little piece big enough for this, and I'm going to put it on that page before I start. So I'm just going to put this on here like this and wrap it around. Make it nice and tight and wrap it around. And now I've got a decent edge on here. And that's great. That's going to be a good start. So I'm going to start this page by putting some book page down here. And I'm not going to collage the whole thing. I'm going to cut the white off the outside of it so that when I glue it down on here, I don't have to prep my whole page. The last one, I used white gesso and primed the whole thing before I did it, but I don't think that's completely necessary every time. Oh my gosh, look at this. I'm doing this on Sunday. I'm doing this in the evening on Mother's Day. And I just cut this page out. This is actually from a book about Bobby Orr. And the first thing that jumped off the page here, right here, was it said Mother's Day right there. So obviously he's talking about his life and what have you. I think I'm going to take this and cut that off of there, because why not? And then put that up there, and I might use that somewhere else. So I'm just going to grab my Mod Podge, and I'm going to grab a nice big brush, and I'm going to start by just putting it on this one page here. This, for me, this just makes it easier. Then I'm going to put this down here at the bottom, right to the bottom of my page. And I'm going to need a little bit over this. And put this up to the top of the page. So I'm just going to cover this whole thing with the book page. And I'm going to flip it around. Okay, so I have a little bit of a background. So I'm going to use my Fairies in Bloom and my Spring Stories because they're my 2 favorite collage books. Ooh, I really do like the Fairies in Bloom. So I have all my little parts cut out here, and that's an awful lot of stuff for this page, but I'm wondering if I can get it on here and make it look just so cute. So I'm thinking my house like this, and I'm thinking this here like this, but I'm also thinking that I need to have this in the background, maybe even over a little bit more so that it's more behind the house, coming up behind the house, or do I need it more like this? Ooh, that would be cute. Maybe coming down from the top and then have this like this. And then I really think I need my mushrooms, but maybe one tucked in behind like that, and one coming up the corner of the house like this. I think I like that. So I'm trying not to overthink this. I think a lot of the times when I do something like this, I overthink it and I make it way more stressful than it needs to be. And so I'm going to put this here. I'm going to lift it up a little bit. I'm also going to, I'm going to push that right down really tight right there and put that up and do that edge. I'm not going to put that down first because I want to put this, I want to put it just like this. Okay. Oops, I'm going to have to put that up a little bit. There, like that. Okay, and then I'm going to put this one right here. Like that. Oh no, I glued this down. I was worried about doing that. I should have put my flower down first. Oh no, so now I have to put my flower. I think I'm going to cut this off. I'm going to put my flower over here like this. Oh, see, I blew it already. So I'm not used to doing this yet. It's a learning curve for me. What I should have done was glued this house down in the middle and then worked all my pieces in behind where I wanted them to go. So I think I'm going to put this up here like this now. And I wanted this tucked in a little bit behind the house. But I think what I'm going to do instead is cut that rock off so that that rock can be right at the edge of the house. And she can be sitting on this rock right here beside the house. So I don't think you can make any mistakes with these pictures. They're so beautiful. They're just so beautiful that it's going to turn out no matter what you do. So I can put a little more glue behind that right there. It's lifting a bit. Make sure everything's glued down good. So I've got everything glued down good, and I'm going to dry it. Then I'm going to put just a nice coat of clear gesso. So I have a Faber-Castell pencil here, and it smudges really well. But I'm just going to use, I dipped the end of the pencil in some water, and I'm just going to use a brush to try to pick up some of this because I'm going to use it for shading. Now I have ordered an Inktense pencil because I wanted to know if I could get something that was a little darker. I'm going to put this right around here. I've added a little water around the edge here. Just a little water around the edge. And then I'm going to put my pencil along the edge and make a nice dark shadow line. And then I'm just going to blend it out. So that's all I'm doing. I'm just going around the edge of this with some water. I'm just using what I have. I can't wait till that Inktense pencil comes. I ordered it. I ordered it a month ago. Yeah, a month ago. So a little hard to get here. I don't know if I could have gone to an art store here. I don't even know where a local art store is here, to tell you the truth. Yeah, I wish I did have a good art store here somewhere that I could just pick up little things like that. But any place I've ever seen them wants you to buy a whole set. And it was $5 for one pencil. So I can't even imagine the price of a set of them. Oh, it's not in my budget. It just isn't in my budget. So but yeah, you can pick up a lot more pigment with them. I've seen Marta from Marry Me Small Art use them, and I've seen other people use them as well. But so I'm just putting water around my edge. And then just using my pencil. And then I'm going to go back without putting any more water, just what's already on the page. I'm just going to use my brush to blend out what's there. And blend it out. And I'm going to shade that. So this is like I was watching Marta do a video the other day, and I was watching it and I was thinking, it's boring to watch this part. But like she says, if you don't watch it, then you're afraid to try. I mean, what can I do? When I'm done, I'm just not going to be happy with it. It's not going to be, you know, so I'm not going to be afraid to try anymore. I'm just not. Okay, I'm going to go just around here. I'm trying to keep my lines really blended, but still trying to define all these different parts. So I don't think I'm going to put anything in here, but to get rid of that and make that not so bright, I'm just going to add my muddy looking. This isn't completely dry underneath yet. So a lot of this, there's like a haze over it, but I found that as the gesso dries, that goes away. It's dry to the touch on the top, but it's not dry all the way through yet. So I have that. Now, I think I want to do another color on here. I want to put a little bit of blue in my sky, or maybe a little bit of gray in my sky. This is a Crayola Super Tip, and these are water-based markers. But I wanted to show you something. So this, I just found this out kind of by accident. Let me clean up some of this gray water here. But when you take these Crayola Super Tip markers, and this is just a piece of plastic, I spritzed some water on here and it balls up into these little bubbles. But when I take this and put it in here, I'm going to go with this darker blue and see what I can get from it. Oh yeah, that's what I want. That's what I want. I just want that hint of blue. This is just a navy blue. And I just am adding a little water to it. So if you don't have watercolors, and it spreads really easy over the gesso. So if you don't have watercolors, you can pick up a little color from just something as simple as a water-based marker. There, I'm going to take this one and put it back there, and I'm going to grab a brown and just a brown, and I'm going to put some water down here, and then I'm going to just start adding some color to it. I'm going to add a little bit of that brown in there too, because this is just where when I was doing this, it's cracking a little bit in the middle. So why not add some color in there so it doesn't show as much? There. Okay, I don't want to do too much because I think I might go past where I like it, and then I do that sometimes. I like it and then I keep going and I add too much. I have a jelly roll here. I don't know how much life it's got left in it. But I'm going to do some sketching. So a little over the top of the mushrooms. I'm just going to put a little teeny bit there under her arm and kind of fade it out a bit, just to get that to show a little bit more. Maybe a little bit of white on the tops of her boots. Just a little bit of white there. I'm just putting some little bit of doodling. So So the one nice thing about putting gesso all over everything is that if you do something that you don't like, I put a little bit of white on the roof. I didn't like it. So I'm just going to wipe it back off. Because I've protected that paper with the gesso, I can do that. I think what I just want is some white splatter. So I'm going to show you what I did this week. I took a couple of medicine bottles. So these are just pill bottles that were empty for a while and I hadn't tossed them. And I took 2 of them and I watered down some white paint in one and black paint in the other. And I've made myself some paint splatter. So all I have to do is grab I'm going to take my little fan brush here. And that makes a really fine splatter. Let me see. I'm going to take that up. I'm going to take that one up. I'm going to take that one up too. And make them a little bit finer. There. So some white splatter. I want to add a little bit of brightness. And to do that, I do have a white paint pen. So what if I add a little bit of, that's not even open, or that's not even started yet. I should use the one that's going. A little bit of white coming off that window. A little bit of white on that window. So, yeah, so there's somebody in this room reading or doing something, and the rest of the house is pretty dark, and she's out here just watching. This is going to be my story. Yeah, so I want a little more white in this, and to do it, I think I'm going to take a little bit of the white acrylic paint, just a dot of it. I'm not even going to use a paintbrush. I just want a little bit of lightness to this. So I'm going to put just a drop of this paint down there. And I'm going to take my finger and I'm just going to dab a little bit on my finger and smear it. And then I'm just going to go just up all along the outside edge of my page. That's too much. There, and it just pushes that washi tape back. It just blends these edges all in. there. Right down to the edge of the mushrooms. And I think I need, I'm going to grab this and my pencil again. I'm going to go along the outside edge of this mushroom. And I'm going to blend this pencil in here. There, that's so much better. You probably can't tell, but just doing little things like that, every little bit that I do, it just changes it and it makes it different. So I think I'm going to just put a sentiment on here. So oh, I like this. Always be on the lookout for the presence of wonder. So did I tell you what I did? I broke the whole tip off the end of my art glitter glue bottle. So I'm in the process of looking. I don't know if this, oh, that's not going to work anymore. It's a really liquidy glue, guys. And you have to have, maybe I've got an empty, maybe I can find an empty Tombow glue bottle, because I had a couple of those around. And I've got a couple that still have glue in them, but I must have an empty one around here somewhere. Let me see. Here's one with some glue in it. I could have used this glue actually, but it's the Tombow, but it has two ends, but it has a small nib on one end. So maybe I could find an empty glue bottle and clean it out and put my art glitter glue in it. I love that. The whole thing, this whole thing broke off the end of my bottle and it snapped off, and the part that it screws onto is in there. So yeah, this is what happens if you drop things and they hit the floor just the wrong way. I'm going to grab my pencil. And I just did a sketchy sketch around there, and I'm going to call it done. I don't even think I'm going to go, like I edged around this one the last time, but I don't even think I'm going to edge around the outside because it doesn't need that vintage brown feel around the edge. I think it's fine just the way it is, which is kind of why I whitened up these outside edges here. So there's my page. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up. I would really appreciate that. You have no idea how much it helps my channel be recognized. And leave me a comment. Let me know if you've checked out any of these collage books. I've got a ton, not just from Marry Me Small Art, but I have a bunch now. I think I have about 10 of these different collage books. I can't wait till the flowers one comes. I just adore big, beautiful flowers. You can never find enough magazines that you can cut the pictures out. So these collage books are a game changer. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I would absolutely love if you'd do that so you can come back and see what else I'm up to. I'll see everyone in the next video. Have a really great day, and bye-bye for now.